Afternoon, all the tech lovers from all around the world. Thank you for coming. My name is Justin Gong. I'm the co-founder of XAG, an Agritech company. I'm also very honored to be one of the founders club member of Beyond Expo. So today, I'm very glad you can be here to be with us for XAG's 2023 new product release here in Macau. For many of you, maybe you don't know XAIRCRAFT, XAG. We are an agri-tech company, but we are always behind the farmers, so you may not know us. But for the next 30 minutes, I will take you through to what we are doing in the field and what is our vision and passion to the future of agriculture. XAG was founded in 2007 in Guangzhou, and before that, my partner, the founder of XAG, works for Microsoft. And myself, I was a documentary maker for BBC, Nat Geo, Discovery. I'm in charge of the documentary for Nature. So that's the background. And we founded this company because we love, both of us, we love flying. We love the radio-controlled aircraft, and we know this technology will change the future. So we found this company, and we focus on agri-tech because we think the technology can do a lot more to the farmers to help them transform their way of farming. And today we have more than 1,400 engineers, developers, and agri-tech, smart agriculture participants or practitioners in the field working together to bring the agriculture to the next level. Our mission is to advance agriculture in all aspects, the efficiency, the eco-friendly aspect, of course, and our vision is to build the new infrastructure for agriculture for the next 100 years. Why 100 years? Because maybe in the next 10 years, the electronic, or the EV cars and the EV tractors will revolutionize the whole industry. Maybe within 20 to 50 years, we don't need to grow food on the land anymore. Maybe in 100 years, we don't need to eat food anymore. We just take pills, something like that. But we want to build the new infrastructure for that future. Today, our rural society is facing great challenges. For example, as the cities growing very fast, people decided to move to the cities, living in the city life, leaving the villages or the aged population behind. The rural aging is becoming a real issue. And second, due to the traditional agriculture tools and agriculture farm management methods, we are using a lot chemicals, fertilizers than we needed. And as you all know, climate change has become a real issue in the recent years. Last year and this year, our farmers in Europe and in Asia are facing great drought, resulting in great crop loss. And the food price is going really, really high now. So what we can do? Our vision into the future of farming is in these 3 steps. First, we need to build a network that can collect all the data easily, more efficient and cheaper from the farmland and the crops. So digital perception is a must. I've visited hundreds of farms. Most of them are still using the traditional method, which is just walking through the farmland and scouting the field and the crops to find the problems, what we are facing. And then depend on their experience and knowledge to make decisions. So if we can collect the data easier, more accurate, and store the data, process the data easily, that will really help to make scientific decisions for the farmers. The second step is intelligent decision or scientific decisions. As you know, the knowledge of farming is passed generation by generations just by, upon the word and experience. So there's no farmer can say, I'm a better farmer than a farmer 100 years ago. But if a doctor or any scientist in the lab, they can say, I am a better doctor compared with a doctor 100 years ago. The accumulative knowledge in the farmland are not well collected, well preserved, and well used in the society of farming. And then the third step will be precise execution. For instance, spraying just enough amount of chemical and fertilizers as we needed, as the crop needed. And also conducting other things in the field. Today, maybe you're all aware of the power of AI and autonomous driving technologies, etc. But if you go to the field, have a look, probably the biggest market for the next 3 to 5 years for autonomous driving is in the field. Because in the field, a farmer is still driving a tractor. It's a very tedious, repeatable, and meaningless job, especially when you're cultivating the land or doing the seeding and broadcasting. It's just sitting there for the whole day, very boring job. So we want to use autonomous driving to replace that jobs. So we have developed 6 products in 3 product lines, which are the aerial robots, ground robots, and farm management systems. Aerial robots, we call them drones, of course, and as Bert just said, it's the future of quiet and more eco-friendly flying. The same, we starting from making agricultural drones for farmers. 2 years ago, we also released our first generation ground-based vehicle. It's also benefit from our autonomous control system, can drive itself autonomously in the field and do a lot of job for farmers. Farm management, just like 20, 30 years ago, the software, management software was introduced in factory management. That substantially increased the efficiency of managing all the resources, workers, and machineries in the factory. So we had this 20, 30 years rapid growing of the industry. We also thinking of that in the farms, because for the farmer, it's really hard for them to keep record of all the data and to manage their resources and people. So that is our company. And because we have delivered tens of thousands of our devices, we also received some recognitions and certifications. We're working very closely with CAAC and Australian government, CASA, and also FAA in the United States, and also the most difficult organizations in agriculture, which is Agroscope in Switzerland. We've also passed the UK Civil Aviation Authority and MBTC in Thailand, which means our drones and robots were recognized by those communities and the government. So far, we have delivered about 110,000 drones and robots worldwide in 57 countries. There are our networks, which means sales, service, training, and of course, users. We have served in total about 97 million hectares of farmland using our drones, which means autonomous service, spraying crops, spraying chemicals, fertilizing and seeding on 97 million hectares of land. And because we are an agriculture technology company, we design our drones and robots only for the purpose of agriculture, and they can only be used in the field. For instance, we have designed hardware and software that only limited to 30 meters above ground level. Because some people might think maybe our customer can do some modifications of our drones and make it to carry stuff or even do some bad things. You can't, because we have limited in our hardware and software. Second, geofencing is enforced in all of our products. You have to carefully select the area you want to operate, and our system will recognize it is a field, or it's in city, or it is in the restricted flying area. So the drone can only be limited within that boundary of flying. We're also using the map provided from CAAC, CASA, and FAA to make sure our drones are flying in the safe region. And also, every chip, even from the flight controller down to motor, the spray nozzles, every chip are highly encrypted. So it's very, very hard to do some modification of the drones for other purposes. This is our safety concern. And it has become the new favorites of the modern farmers worldwide. We have a lot of stories. If you have time, just check out our website. You will see a lot of stories behind the drones and the robots. Together, we actually want to build a more vibrant rural community with young generation of farmers. According to our CSR report in 2022 last year, we have helped our farmers to increase yield by more than 15 million tons. That means staple food and cotton, like cash crops like cotton. And also, we have trained more than 122,000 young pilots worldwide, those who can control, operate the drones and autonomous machineries in the field. And they become a new generation of farmers to help their parent generations to run their farms. And also, because all of our drones and robots are operated on electric power, renewable energy, so we are leaving less environmental footprint on our land. According to the CSR report, we have helped to save 49 million tons of fresh water last year and saved 520 million tons of fossil fuels, as well as reduced more than 1.4 million tons of carbon emission just by last year. It is a lot, actually, because no one ever looked into the agriculture side of environmental pollution. It is the second largest environmental pollution on the earth, generated by farming tools. What's next? So today, I brought something to our users. And yes, our engineers, developers never stopped pursuing better technology, better efficiency for the farmers. I know maybe none of you had any experience of agriculture drone, right? Have anyone of you have ever operated a drone before? Any drone? Maybe, yes, aerial photography, maybe, right? Yes, cameraman. But yeah, probably you never had any experience with this large size drone. It is in the exhibition later on, if you can see. I have time to have a look. It's quite large. And this is our P100 Pro agriculture drone. We actually released this drone last year in Chinese market, and we have delivered more than 20,000 units to our customers. And it's being approved, the efficiency. Let's take a look. There are a lot of new features. If you're not a farmer, you probably don't have any kind of connection with it. But it is really a big achievement we have made during the last 2 years. Don't worry, it's a lot of information here. I will take you through all the aspects behind me. First is design. You probably never think of a farmer's tool can win Red Dot Award, a GMARK Design Award, and Fortune Design Award. Yes, because for thousands of years, farmers' tools are being, very ugly and not user-friendly. But in the cities, every day, we are experiencing, the design, the material science, the user interface, and new technology. Every day, we are embracing that. But in the farmland, we're trying to bring the best design to our farmers and the best materials that is available on the market. We did something differently because a farmer needs to carry the drone daily. It operates in different fields or villages even. So we have to make sure it's easy to transport. The result is we have separated the flying platform and we call it task payload or the payload system, because now they can easily swap between the spraying system and the spreader system, which you can do seed spreading or fertilizer spreading, as well as doing crop chemical spraying. Okay. And the result is it's very easy to transport, and it's easy to store, but also very easy to do in the maintenance. For instance, you only need one cable to connect the flying platform with the payload system. Very easy to swap within 1 minute. Second, it is our first quadcopter in the product line that uses foldable arms. So it's big because the carrying capacity is rated up to 50 kilograms, which means this size of aircraft can carry 50 kilograms. That's a lot weight to the payload ratio. And also, it is quite small if you fold arms. It saves up to 62% of the storage volume for transportation. So the farmers can fit our drone into their vans or even on the tricycles. Second is intelligence. Because our customers are farmers, they're probably not well educated, probably not even able to use a smartphone well, but they can use our drones. Imagine that this is a cutting-edge technology, utilizes best material, design, aerodynamic, but operates in the field. So the intelligence part is very important for the control, for the farmers to easily use it. This is our 5th generation, which is Super X4 Pro flight control system, or intelligent control system, designed for agricultural drones and robots. It has an independent processor for fast response and also for safety. And we utilize RTK navigation system, which are designed for military before, but now being used in the field. It can guide our drones in the centimeter level precision. So the spray, there's no misspray or overlapping in the field. This is also very important for saving the cost for farmers. And there is also AI fault prediction function. For example, during the takeoff of the drone, if the controller detects a special vibration, a weird kind of noise, it will let the pilot know probably there are some problem. And also it will detect the payload if the pilot is putting the right payload underneath, etc. So all the effort to put in to make sure the drone is easy to fly. And by the way, all XAIG's drones are fully autonomous, which means you don't need to do any control. Not like the aerial photography drone, we need to control the joystick. We don't have joystick, actually, before this drone, actually. Okay. Next is safety. Safety is always the priority of every flight. So we have mounted a giant radar in front of the drone, as well as 2 cameras. The radar can detect object 1.5 meters to 80 meters in front of the drone, even a power stick, power line, and cables and branches in the field. So the drone can detect the thing, obstacle, and go around it. And also the maximum flying speed is up to 13.8 meters per second. Maybe you don't understand why it's 13.8 meters per second, because the regulation in agricultural drone is 50 kilometers per hour, and that is 13.8 meters per second. So we can reach the highest speed by law, but still maintaining safe during the flight. This is the power of the radar and camera. Last, and our farmers care more about this, is the capability of our drone. The new generation of reverse spray. Reverse spray utilizes a centrifugal nozzle. Compared with the traditional hydraulic nozzle, it is not easy to get jammed. Because if you're using a traditional nozzle, you usually experience with chemical jam, and then you have to return the drone to do the cleaning. With centrifugal nozzle, you can actually control the spinning speed of the plate to control the droplet size. Maybe you don't have the sense of that. For instance, we had a job in Africa helping the local people to do mosquito control spray. Then you need to really atomize the chemical into very, very fine particle and to make sure the mist is evenly spread in the air so it can control the mosquito. Then the droplet size needs to go down to as small as 50 micron. But if there's a job to control the weeds herbs, you have to make sure the droplets is bigger than 400 micron, as large as 400 microns. So it can easily maintain the momentum, go through the canopy of the crop, go down to the earth, and then touch the weed to kill the weed. So that's the difference between 50 micron and 500 micron. Our nozzle can control easily to adjust the not only the volume, spray volume, but also the droplet size. This is a cutting-edge technology, and we have about 150 patents on this nozzle only. So this is the power of our RevoSpray third generation. And also we have increased the size of the pump. So the maximum flow rate can go all the way to 22 liters per minute. That is a lot of chemical and water you pull out from the air to help control the big pests problem or weed problems. And the RevoCast, in this generation, we utilize still centrifugal broadcasting mechanism, but vertically mounted, which means when the seed comes out from our drone, it has the speed, has a momentum. It can actually penetrate or punch into the soil. For example, rice seeding. For thousands of years, our farmers worldwide using transplanting methods, which means you first need to prepare the seed. After germination, you have to take the rice to the field and to do transplanting. That is really time-consuming and labor-consuming, very expensive. But now we can use the drone. We work with some of the renowned crop science companies to coat the seeds, rice seed, with fertilizers, nutritions, and pest control materials, and some powder, like iron powders. We coat the seed, become a bullet, and we put it into our drone. When drone flies through above the field, the seeds will be actually punched into the field. And it's quite even. You can even adjust the density in each square meter of field. That can save a lot of labor and energy. And the new RevoCast 3, we have redesigned the whole mechanism. And also the container is 80 liters, quite large. And the maximum operating speed, speed can reach up to 150 kilograms per minute. And also you can adjust the spreading width by adjusting the speed of the centrifugal spreader. And the drone, as I said, can be operated by a smartphone. If someone can use WeChat or WhatsApp, can use our drone. It's very easy. That's why our users, our oldest users are 89 years old in China. She is still using our drones to do the job for the villagers. And also, all the flight paths can be pre-planned. So actually, our engineers can help the farmers to plan the flying routes and spraying parameters before the job. So they just need to take the drone to the field. Sometimes you can even rent a drone from a chemical dealer, local chemical dealer, and pre-filled with chemical, and then borrow it to your farmland and press one button on the phone, it will do the job and finish, and then you can return the drone to the dealer. So that's how easy it can be used for. But this year, many of the farmers also want to have some freedom of using the joystick. So we also will provide this joystick controller. We call it Agriculture Remote Controller, or ARC3 Pro. And this comes with the set of our drone. It is also beginner-friendly. Not like aerial photography drone, you have to learn to fly. It actually integrated the AI with the flight controller, with the remote controller for you, easy to use it. Okay. And the battery. We've been using the smart supercharged battery for many years. And all of our users know our battery can be charged in the water. Why? Because farmers are the most cost-sensitive group of people. They count every penny in every operation. Because the battery is the largest cost for the whole set. In China, one battery sells for 5,000 RMB. So if you want to operate in the field for 1 day using the drone, in the past, you have to buy 20 batteries. That's a lot of money to put in. And then a couple of years ago, we released the supercharged battery, which means you only need 2 sets of battery. One is on the aircraft, one is charging on the ground. The aircraft will be run for 10 minutes and it returns to you, and then the battery is being charged, so you can do the swap. But in the summertime, the air temperature can go up to 40 degrees. The battery temperature can go up to 80 degrees, and that will be dangerous. That also will limit the operating speed. So we designed a watertight battery technology that you can put a battery in the water to charge it, and the water will actually take away the heat, so the battery can always maintain cool. Okay, so this is the battery technology, and it's compatible with our previous generations, so our customers can use the old batteries as well. Let's compare with efficiency. The new generation of Revo spray is about 2 times faster, more efficient than the previous generation. And the RevoCast 3 is also 2 times more efficient compared with our P100, which is the previous generation of agriculture drone by XAIG. And we have a video in detail, so please take a look how our drone is in action.
XAIG P100 Pro is the agricultural drone designed to progress further. With increased strength and a larger payload capacity, it features an industry-leading detachable design to enable quick switching between crop protection and efficient spreading. The foldable arms allow for easy transport and transfer, and a range of diverse control methods are available to meet different farming scenarios. The XAIG P100 Pro agricultural drone inherits the full-fledged quadcopter design. It is able to carry a rated payload of up to 50 kilograms and fly at a maximum speed of 13.8 meters per second. As 2 major task modules, the new XAIG Revo Spray and RevoCast systems are developed with a 50-liter smart liquid tank and 80-liter granule container. The overall efficiency for spraying reaches up to 19 hectares per hour, and that for spreading to 1,300 kilograms per hour. XAIG Revo Spray system is equipped with more powerful centrifugal atomizing nozzles, whose droplet size can be precisely adjustable from 60 to 400 microns. The maximum flow rate is also increased to 22 liters per minute. When the P100 Pro is flying at high speed, open fields and orchards can be sprayed thoroughly. The smart liquid tank comes with a non-contact level sensor that provides a clear view of the remaining amount. Precision is taken to the next level. XAIG RevoCast system, with the upgraded smart screw feeder, increases its maximum discharge rate to 150 kilograms per minute. The vertical centrifugal broadcasting disc enables granules to reach the ground quickly and directly, and precisely control the spread width. The extra-large double-sided ports allow easier and more efficient filling. The P100 Pro can support higher doses and improve the overall fertilizing efficiency by 60%. The container has an external residual sensor which can direct the remaining status of seeds or fertilizers during flight. The 4D imaging radar system has doubled its detection performance, more sensitive and providing a broader vision for perceiving. The surrounding obstacles, therefore, can be avoided even at high speeds. The highly efficient power system provides an economical solution for charging. It includes the smart supercharged battery with IP67 level protection that can be charged rapidly underwater and operate in hot weather. 2 sets of batteries are enough to achieve continuous operations and save costs. The XAIG P100 Pro agricultural drone takes the lead in flight automation. The XAIG One app, featuring intelligent route planning, breakpoint resumption, and swarm control, allows fully autonomous operation using just the smartphone. And the new XAIG Agricultural Remote Controller 3 Pro is lightweight, compact, dust-resistant, and waterproof. It supports user-friendly control for beginners. The drone can also use the remote controller to host local Wi-Fi network. Take flight as you wish, even without internet access. Pro in every flight. This is the XAG P100 Pro agricultural drone.
And as I said, we have released this drone in Chinese market for more than half a year, so there are a lot of users already. And the drone is already being delivered to our global dealers. Some of the dealers already receive it. So yeah, we are very likely to see them in operation in the next months or so worldwide. At XAG, we are always trying to help farmers solving local problems, but in a global scale, because China is very large and we have a lot of different conditions for agriculture. We believe if we can solve the problems here in China, we can solve a lot more problems worldwide. And this is XAG, and this is XAG P100 Pro. Thank you very much.